So a quick summary of what all is most important, what all you should cover and go, what all you should not skip. So write it down. That should be better rather than just saying by words. We'll go from the chapter 1 itself. See, in the chapter 1, positive signs, normative signs, that one. Positive and normative, business economics definition and that meaning, difference between general economics and business economics. Business economics concept is important in unit 1. These are important in unit 1. Next, unit 2, basic problems. Basic problems of economy and the types of economy, capitalistic, socialistic, mixed economy. This is what is most important in chapter 1. Next comes chapter 2. In that, demand, most important, price elasticity. Price elasticity and exceptions to law of demand. Giffen's goods, all this, exception to law of demand, cross elasticity, numerical. Cross elasticity, numerical. This you can't ignore at all. For sure, you guys have to cover this. And in supply also, it applies the same. Ditto, copy paste there. Supply also. Demand and supply. Better you write down like that. And especially numerical calculations. P by Q into change in quantity by change in price. This is formula method. ARC method is change in quantity by change in price into Q1 plus Q2 divided by P1 plus P2, and equation formula Q is equals to A minus B of P. In this, the B value, this B value is nothing but change in quantity by change in price. 3 different types of numerical value. That is for sure going to come. Any one of that will be there. And consumer behavior, just to 2 questions. Out of that, any of the theory, you will get 2 questions. Usually they will ask main question only, like equilibrium concepts or indifference curve. Most of the time the questions have come from indifference curve. So their indifference curve is important. Consumer behavior, indifference curve, and all equilibrium condition, formulas and equilibrium condition. Straight away the question comes from there. So this is with respect to chapter 2, which is most important. Next, when we speak about chapter 3, in theory of production, law of variable proportion, LVP, and law of returns to scale. Entire production function is only important there. Law of variable proportion, law of returns to scale, economies of scale, diseconomies of scale, iso quant and iso cost. And next comes main, our characteristic features of factors of production, land, perfectly inelastic, immobile, capital meaning, further production, all that characteristic features. Characteristic features of factors of production. That is important. When it comes to chapter 3, theory of cost, average cost concept, fully important. Accounting cost and economic cost, numerical calculations there. Here average cost also, AFC, AVC, numerical. This is utmost important. Without even studying this, don't even get inside the exam in that average cost concept. Rest remaining everything is small. And here shutdown point. Repeatedly questions will come from the shutdown point. That is most important, shutdown point. Clear? And next, chapter 4. In that, scoring is very much easy. Perfect competition, all 4 types of market, characteristic features, logic, perfect, monopoly, and most repeated questions will types of oligopoly and buffer stock concept, monopolistic competition, buffer stock concept. And chapter 4, unit 2, graph. 2 questions for sure it will come there. Unit 2, and especially that uncertain condition, that whatever remains constant, that either price or quantity, that uncertain related area, those questions will come. Chapter 5 to most easiest, just 5 topics, 5 questions will come. Every heading 1 questions will come in chapter 5. Here the easily scoring is chapter 5 and chapter 1. Bachchu, 10 marks, year 5. 10 marks straight away free it is. So this is related to micro. And macro, specifically when we speak about chapter 6, GDP calculations, especially inflation rate, real GDP and nominal GDP. This calculation to most important. Without doing this, don't even enter into exam. This is in unit 1. In unit 2, two sector model and investment multiplier. These two numericals are most important even from theory. This is where most question comes. And in national income calculation, income method, value added method, expenditure method, that too small, easy, silly questions will come from that. This is the main area of chapter 6. Chapter 7, main, first budget, deficit calculations. 4 types of deficit: budgetary deficit, fiscal deficit, primary deficit, revenue deficit. This deficit calculation is where numericals will come the most. And rest remaining conceptual meanings until that first half. This is like repeated deficit calculation questions, numericals. And unit 1, unit 2, unit 4, full concept base. Especially unit 2 is most important in chapter 7. Unit 2, market failure and government intervention to market failure. Market failure and government intervention. Most important here. Market failure and government intervention to correct market failures. Chapter 8, full numericals of unit 2. Unit 2 numericals. M1, M2, M3, M4 and money multiplier and money supply and credit multiplier. This numericals will come. Easy, that too. And also public definition, that calculation of public money calculation. And in unit 3, especially RBI concepts, quantitative, qualitative, that is the important one. In unit 1, if I have to speak Keynesian theory, especially in unit 1, Keynesian, speculative money and post-Keynesian and post-Keynes. This is where most of the question comes from chapter 8. And chapter 9 already I spoke today. 1, 3, 5 are little more, 2, 1, 4, 5, except 3. 3, slightly one question will come. In that major coverages 2 and 4, 2, 4 and 5. Chapter 9 is 2, 4 and 5 is the major coverage. You can't skip that at all at any cost. And chapter 10, definitely 9 to 10 marks will come. You can't ignore. Already I gave an entire brief like what all are the important areas in the chapter 10 where you have to study 1991 and later. That is where most of the questions will come. Before 1991, you can just go through like a newspaper. Rest remaining things see in chapter 10. Even if you have read once, like once or twice, if you have read seriously, out of 10, scoring 5 to 7 is not a difficult task there. Automatically you will score. And see, the biggest drawback of any student in terms of like strategy, see, while preparing, now you are almost at the fag end moment. Suppose if anyone is watching this for next upcoming Jan 2027 and all, never underestimate and just hold one single subject for one whole day. You should always touch multiple subjects in one single day. Like for example, economics and accounts, law and maths, like this. One theory, one practical, one theory, one practical, one theory, one practical. This is how you need to sit and study, solve more and more, especially law. I know that I'm teaching economics, but still law. Why students will fail in law? You will sit, read. Reading alone will not serve a purpose. You have to write and practice answers. You have to know how to present answers in law. That is where most of them will fail. They will sit and read 100 times, but they don't even practice a single time. In law, you should learn the writing practice. Without learning a writing practice, you can't crack exam. Even if one subject goes for toss, all 4 papers you should write once again, including economics you should write. No exemption concept and all. In economics also, reading alone will not serve a purpose. After reading, after understanding concept, you should solve more and more MCQs. See, MCQ solving, this is the main order. PYPs. First and foremost, cover it off. RTPs. MTPs. And model question paper. And I'm saying this should be after completing ICAI material and your respective study material, whichever academy you belong to, whichever faculty notes you have a study material, they would have given you here no less than their own study material. There will be somewhere around 2000 to 5000 questions will be there. In that, consider 50% you have solved. At least 50%. At least if not this you haven't solved. At least this though definitely you should solve. After solving this, once you have a concept clarity, these things you should cover. This is the order. First PYP, RTP, MTP. This is required, mandatory. After that, you still want to solve much more questions. Model question papers are there. And sir, should I take the mock exams of the ICAI? Definitely yes. That is recommended. The more new questions you solve, you will have a better grip on the particular syllabus. And you should always stay connected with the syllabus. Be it any subject, man, not just economics alone. I'm saying be it accounts, be it law, be it mathematics, be it economics. The more you stay in touch with the syllabus, in a day, multiple subjects you hold, automatically you will remember, you will realize, you will write, you will practice, you will be getting in touch with multiple papers and you will feel more comfortable. Just holding 1 week, one entire week economics, next one entire week only law, that is disaster. Don't do that. In a day, multiple papers has to be handled. In a day, multiple subjects you have to prepare. At least one question before going for a sleep every day. You have to write answers of law and get it corrected. If you are not confident, at least send it to your faculty. Ask them to correct your paper and let them give inputs like where you should improve, whether underlining of keywords or using of English language. Sometimes students now, they will make it too simplified. Like rain is coming, water is going and all. Man, understand, you are in a professional course. They expect you to write in a professional manner. That needs practice. All of a sudden, you can't do magic on the day of exam. Even in economics also, all of a sudden you can't do magic. And I usually say this. See, out of 100, if you know 75 question, attend that 75 and come. Don't do this inky pinky ponky for that remaining 25 questions and all. On the result day, if you have done inky pinky ponky for this, you will become monkey and your friend is Venky for sure. To white 100 fix it. If you don't know, leave it. Don't take risk and all. Attend 75 and come out. If you know 80, attend 80 and come out. If you know 90, attend 90 and come out. I know that in your school, 11th and 12th and all, your parents and faculty, everyone have instructed, don't leave any question, attend all and come. In CA, if you do that, to fix negative marking, especially math, stats and economics. Never do that, over attempting and all. See, I know that you would have seen many of the podcasts of my own students, 96, 97, 98, 93, 95 and all. Even they say the same thing. That is purely a luck after the 90. Whatever they studied, whatever the questions have come, one and the same. Especially GK concepts, some nook and corner from the material. Yes, till 90, definitely your efforts, your proper knowledge is there. 95 also I will agree. 90 up to 95 you have a proper knowledge. Another 5 questions GK will be there. Some nook and corner of material, some corner line, some stupid economist, some point of view you would have said, some or the other thing they will ask. There is no rule that everything you will be knowing. You are not a robot to remember everything. You are not a chitty man. You are not a robo. Some error will happen. Human tendency will happen. But you should minimize that error. You should reduce that error. That is the most important. At home, even when you are sitting and practicing, keep a timer and then solve the questions. Let's say 50 questions you are solving. You should be able to solve it within 50 minutes. And last 10 minutes for scrutiny. Like what have you attended, what have you not attended, do you know that, do you know, don't do this. If you are stuck in any question, see, practically understand, your exam is for 2 hours. So for 2 hours, 120 minutes, you have 100 questions. So divide it, take out calculator, have a look. So practically speaking, 120 minutes divided by 100, that means 1.2. That means 20% of the 1 minute, that means 12 seconds. Technically speaking, 1 minute, 12 seconds you have to solve one question to attend all 100 questions. But I'm not saying you will not attend all 100 questions. Let's assume that you will attend 85 questions. Consider 85 questions, man. 120 divided by 85, still 1.41. Technically speaking, 40%. Consider 1.5, round figure only. 1 minute, 30 seconds. For few questions, you don't even need 1 minute, 30 seconds. Easy question will be there. Within 30 seconds, you will finish it off. Clubbing and taking average together, maximum for one single question you can spare is 2 minutes is the highest. Beyond 2 minutes, you should never sit for one single question. If you are stuck in any one single question for beyond 2 minutes, leave that question, go to the next question, solve the remaining. At last, you come back. Just assume you are stuck in some question and you are solving again and again. You are taking 10 minutes to solve that one question or 5 minutes to solve that one question. You will lose, end up you will losing. You can't attend more questions. So always and always in exam, remember 120 minutes is there. That last 20 minutes or consider 15 minutes. 15 minutes is for scrutiny. Whatever you have done, correct or wrong, cross-checking things. So you should finish technically everything in 1 hour, 45 minutes. And last 15 minutes or consider 20 minutes only for recalculation of things, whatever you have left, whichever you are stuck, that comes over there. So keep this in mind. 75 to 85 is the decent of attending. 60 to bare minimal of attending. Scoring 60 is never a difficult task in economics at all. That is a really easy task. If you have attended your respective faculties, it doesn't matter, not only just mine, with any academy you are, any faculty it is. If you have attended the class, if you know the concepts, at least you have solved some basic MCQs, 60 scoring is never a difficult task in economics. See, up to 60 though, it is easy. After going back home, your efforts, this will take you from 60 to 80 easily. 80 above, you should have little in-depth knowledge of a subject. It means interconnection between the chapter, in-depth. This goes up to 90. 90 to 95 is where you have a full knowledge, GK also, some nook and corner of the material. Nook and corner. And another 5 questions, I'm only saying some GK related questions will come. Chapter 10, I can't assure you will get 10 on 10. Na? Some 1 or 2 marks may go for bouncer. So 95 till, yes, possibilities are there. 95 and above, definitely 1% of luck will work there. Till 95, I will never speak about luck. Only 95 and above, I will speak about that 1% of your luck also matters there. Whatever GK questions you have studied, same questions are appearing there. You could able to crack it. So some 5 questions will be always from nook and corner, GK, some or the other thing, bouncer will be there. So 95 is definitely in your control. That is why I usually say read ICAI material once like a newspaper, including summary. Sometimes the question will come from that summary area, not from the main material. They have done it before. ICAI doing ICAI things. ICAI is expert doing in all these things. You can't believe ICAI. It will happen like that. Clear? Sir, from which chapter we should start while doing preparation? It doesn't matter, man. Whichever you feel comfortable. Go with micro. If you are more comfortable with micro, go with micro. Do with demand and supply first. Then go to cost and production. Then go to chapter 4. Then come to 1 and 5. See, always, I usually say this. Make this ABC analysis. Hope you will be knowing already ABC analysis. A means you are confident of. You know this. 90% you know already the topic comes under 9. A category. Sir, this 50% I know, another 50% I should study. This, sir, just 10% I have a knowledge, 90% I should study. When you do this, I recommend first complete this A and B. Usually A and B put together, you will cover 70% of your syllabus. You will be already knowing 70%. Rest remaining 30%, in that even if you cover 15%, another 15 you leave, no worries. First cover this A and B category. A category means you have 90% knowledge in the topic, just 10% small revision needed. B category 50% you know, another 50% you should study. Always touch this first A, complete this A. Once you are done with this A category, almost you will be, let me say some 30-40% of syllabus will be in A. Another 30-40% or 20% syllabus so definitely will be in B. So 50 to 70% category gets completed in A and B zone. C zone takes more time. Once you are done with 50 to 70% of your syllabus, this will not feel more burden. Straight away if you hold this will also get confused. That is what I say. There is no rule that 100% you will cover everything. No, don't be in that assumption. Don't be in that dilemma. Even if you are covering 70 to 90%, well and good. In economics, even if you are covering 70% of syllabus, still you can score 50 marks. 60 marks you can actually score. 50 to 60, so definitely you can score still. First, you should have that confidence. That is what I'm saying. You have done, your preparation was there 3 to 6 months, man. And don't do magics at last moment. New topic holding 1 day before exam, 1 week before exam, I will sit and study new concept, new topic. That will add more stress. And I usually say, don't even take economics book to your exam center. You will be more tensioned. You will be more stressed by reading standing at some corner there. Sir, I'm used to it, sir. At last moment, whatever I see, even that questions have come, sir. Yes, I know, I understand. But you should keep your mind free. Especially now, 1 week before the exam, the better you sleep, you will perform better. The more calm and composed you are, you will perform better. The more tensed you are, whatever you know, you will get confused. So 1 week before the exam, your sleep, food, your health, routine, habits should be proper. Don't take stress, don't take new experiments on 1 week, especially 1 day before exam. Whatever you have revised, whatever you have marked important, that things you should revise it once. Numericals, you should solve it 1 day before. Whatever chapters numericals will come. Approximately in entire economics paper, if you see, 15 to 20 marks numericals will be there for sure. And that 2 easy marks it is. Cover that. Main topics. Now I said, main topics. Now whatever I just wrote here, this one. These are the main topics. You see any paper, these questions are there. This covers 50 to 60 marks will be covered here only. See, that is the reason I don't do any kind of separate YouTube prediction videos and all. In class only I will say, boss, this is where it definitely comes. This is where it comes. Read it. Separately, I need not to do a prediction video on that. Anyhow, in the part of syllabus only, we would have done it. So this is main. Sir, I have got low marks in mock test. Will I get low marks in exam? No, man. This is what I'm saying. Mock exam, you are still practicing, you are learning. That's fine. You will make mistakes, but don't over attempt. That is what I can say. Sir, except market. Number 1, failure. Except market failure, everything has been completed now. Pace for 5-day strategy. Yes. Market failure and government intervention, you can go it. No problem. Sir, I have got low marks in mock test. Will I get? No, man. I answered, Team Guru. See, that is what. First, remove that from your mind. In economics, definitely, if you observe, I can bet this. RTP, MTP mock papers will be slightly difficult. Main exam paper will not be that difficult. It will be always easy. Sometimes, if your ICAI wants to play with you, then they may make it tricky, not difficult. They may make it tricky. They will play with options, not with question. They will play with options. There, I recommend you, if you're not even having a confidence, let's say if you're not 100% confident, 99%, 1% doubt, leave it. Don't take unnecessary risk. Even if you're attending 70 to 80, 85 questions also, that's fine. There is no rule that 100 on 100 you should attend. Always keep this in mind. But that is what I'm saying. One day before, the more you are calm, the more you are composed, you will do better. Any exam, not just economics, be it every paper. 1 week before the start of your exam, no new experiments and all. Stay calm. What you have done, revise it. Prepare your own short material, short notes. Sir, importance. Already I've given chapter 7, 8 and 9, important, everything. I spoke here. Market research, now you leave it, first you complete. Sir, PYQs PDF. I have shared it to the team. They will put, I think they are merging all the YouTube videos and making it as one proper marathon video. In that link, they will post it. No worries. PYPs. Past 5 attempts PYP, I have asked them to share. Chalo, any other doubts before winding it up? All chapters, but when I see the questions, I am unable to answer it. See, first understand why you are making it wrong. See, don't go with impulsive answering and all. Only when you know the answer, you attend it. If at all you don't do this inky, pinky, ponky and all, it will not work. Many of them will do that. Even though if they don't know, they will try to attend it. That is the danger. That is the disaster. Don't do that. See, whenever you feel like that, before answering it, open your book, read the concept, refer which concept is that, and then mark the answer for initial few questions. Sir, how to identify the question related to relationship between AP and MP, tortoise shell? Whether they are asking with respect to rate of increase or decrease or with respect to value. See, when you are reading the question, you will automatically come across like which is increasing faster, which is increasing, going up faster. Like you have seen the question here, na? Where I will show the question and I will explain it. Wait. Where is that question? Yeah, see here. When average product rises, rises as a result of increase in quantity of variable inputs, what will happen to marginal product? Now, see, the relation will be given like AP and MP. Most of the time, it is going to be rate of increase and rate of decrease. Not even a single time the question has come from value. If it is value, they will let you know. Like for example, value of average product, value of marginal product. They will give it like this. Sir, in which part micro, macro can be able to score more marks? See, to be frank, micro, you can score really well. Macro, the biggest challenge is you have to go little in depth. You have to read ICAI material from nook and corners also. Sometimes they will ask question. Sometimes some students, not for everyone, some students may find it little tricky for macro to score. But eventually, if you personally ask me, that trickiness is hardly 5 to 10 marks. So see, in micro, out of 50, scoring 40 is easy. In macro, out of 50, scoring 30 is easy. Definitely 80 to achievable if you have prepared well. Market, national income, Indian economy. National income to scoring paper, that is scoring subject, chapter 6, 15 marks. See, in micro, 2, 3 and 4. That is conceptually interesting and also high from exam perspective, more marks will come. Chapter 1, 5 marks, chapter 5, 5 marks. That two put together is just 10 marks. Remaining 40 marks in micro comes from 2, 3 and 4. And chapter 6 for sure 15 marks. 7, 8 and 9, 10. Remaining average 10, 10 marks, 10, 10 marks. That is how it will come. Chapter 6 though definitely 15 marks it will be. So sometimes they may pull it down like 7 marks or 8, 9 marks and they may increase it somewhere. That is how the questions will be. Clear? So tomorrow only and only one single chapter is pending, that is chapter number 9. So even before attending the class, read it once and then come to the class. Total there are 5 units. In that only unit 2 and unit 4 is slightly big. 1, 3 and 5 will get over very fast. It will not take much time over there. So tomorrow will be the last day of this marathon. Tomorrow also same time, 4:30 to 6:30 we will wind up. So by tomorrow the entire concepts will come to an end. Clear? So any other doubts? Our online live students. So you guys were asking, sir, chapter wise revision needed this time. That's why we are splitting and doing chapter wise this time. What is chapter 6? Hey, who is this? National Income Accounting and Keynesian Theory. Clear? Chalo then. We'll wind up. Then we will catch up tomorrow if you guys don't have any doubts. Yes, National Income is chapter 6. Unit 1 is National Income Accounting. Unit 2 is Keynesian Theory. In the 2 sector model, investment multiplier, leakages. That is the most important area. 3 sector and 4 sector, very few questions will come. But you have to remember the formulas there. Sir, once kindly explain the fiscal. See that fiscal, just you need to remember this chart. This chart will summarize everything there in unit number 4 of chapter 7 and unit number 1 also. So when there is an inflation in the economy, already people have more money. So we follow contractionary fiscal policy. That means government will spend less money, collect more tax. And budget will be surplus. Since we are not spending more money, but we are receiving more taxes. And we borrow money from the public at that point of time. Complete opposite during deflation. Already when economy is not performing well. So automatically now government has to spend more money, collect lesser tax. So we are spending more, but collection of tax is less. So there is a shortage, deficit. So this two put together is what we call expansionary fiscal policy. Whatever we borrowed during inflation, we will give it back. Public debts will decrease. Sir, is that mandatory to write mocks conducted by ICAI? Not mandatory, but I recommend you to write. See, the more new questions you solve, the more new varieties of questions you see. That is always good. And from mock paper, sometime RTP, MTP, straight away copy paste will happen in the main exam. Some 5 to 10 questions. That is one advantage. So that's why I recommend you to write it once. It's not mandatory, but recommended. For practice, is it compulsory? Yes. For practicing, I would definitely say compulsory, you should do it. Chalo then. Then tomorrow, sorry sir, fiscal deficit calculation. Fiscal deficit is simple. Budgetary deficit is there. Na? Just remove that word. Only that one word you should remember. That is excluding borrowings. See, whatever the borrowings that we are making, that comes under the capital receipts. We have to just remove that one. See, shortcut. First, we will calculate budgetary deficit. Total expenditure is greater than total receipt. In this total receipts, now we will be having borrowings money. If at all we exclude that borrowings from total receipt, specifically from capital receipt, we will get fiscal deficit. Simple, same logic of budgetary deficit, just this one word gets extra added. We should remove that borrowings money. Sir, how to score marks in macro? For that, what all are the chapters to practice? 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 you can ignore, but I don't suggest you to ignore because equal weightage is there. 16 marks will come from the chapter 6. Sorry, 15 marks will come from the chapter 6. And most of them are numericals in chapter 6 and chapter 8. And easy numericals it is. Yes, in macro only. In micro 2 and 4 is where numerical comes. Micro scoring, I don't think so anyone has an issue there. Microeconomics. Chapter 10, I'm explaining from 2-3 days, like what to be done, all those things. And tomorrow is the last day of the live, 4:30 to 6:30. Only chapter 9 alone is pending. Less of RTP, MTP. Start doing it. Still you have a time now, Team Guru. Start doing it. That will always benefit you. Chalo then, let's catch up tomorrow. Sir, this upcoming exam is my third attempt so far. I have relied only on your marathon videos and class 12th basics without touching the ICAI module. Can I clear the exam using just your study material? Clearing the exam, yes. I will only say yes. Up to 60 scoring, yes. With marathon and my material, up to 60 marks, even a fresher can crack it off. Provided if you have understood the syllabus, if you have understood the concept. If you're by-hearting and all, definitely that's not possible. Clearing is never difficult at all. See, that is when scoring above 60, scoring above 80 is where additional preparation needs. Just for clearing 40 above, 50 above, definitely sufficient. Mocks from our side. Yes, it will be there. Arivu will conduct it. I hope it should be already done by now. Yep. Chalo then. Let's catch up tomorrow then. The last class tomorrow will be chapter 9. It will be done. So if anyone still doesn't have a conceptual clarity, if you are still finding it difficult with concept, better watch my Jan 26 marathon. That is 20 hours of marathon video is there. Sir, I have a conceptual clarity better with MCQs and marathon style I needed. Then May 26 marathon. Sir, only exam oriented, important topic and PYQs has to be covered. Then this marathon. Clear? So all the best. Make sure that you clear your exams. We'll meet you in CA Inter, Strategic Management. There also, devil comes at last. Last paper, last subject, Strategic Management. 50 marks I will be handling there. We'll meet you guys in CA Inter. Until then, bye-bye. All the best for your exams. Let me know after your exams. How did your exams go? Good, bad, pathetic, worst, whatever it is. Don't worry. Share it. Clear? Bye-bye. We'll meet you guys in CA Inter class.